What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is your Emerald Pillar, gang, the one and only real alpha Generational X on the YouTube, internet, TikTok, Facebook for right now. I'm not here to replace Kevin Samuels. Alright, much love and respect to him. But of course, I have a topic to talk about. If you have any comments or questions, even roast fest, you can roast me. I love roast fest and stuff, you know. You put it down below. Check my YouTube out. Let's begin. Let's begin by this again. I'm going to make this video again and again as much as possible. Because I know a lot of beta males and beta alpha males will try to copy you off the style of a real alpha pal. Okay. But this video is going to be for women in general. Are you going to pay attention? This is advice, so you know when you're getting it from a generational X alpha male, okay, you know to look out for these types of guys. Most of the time, this is 80%. This is not all men. This is particularly towards beta males and also beta alpha males. Beta means emotional. It's this off the top of the board, beginners. They're blue pill. Blue pill means innocence. Okay, we got that out of the way. So most of the time, you got a lot of beta males who are most likely virgins in society, but they are very desperate and they'll pay. See, that's a low frequency vibrational male. He's not productive with himself or his mindset. He hasn't had an alpha father in his life. So there's a lot of guys who have been raised like that. Okay, and they're innocent. They're usually saved for the best for last and not talked about in society. Because women always would say, you women would say there's no good men. There's plenty of good men. Because most of you women are betas, okay? You're betas too as well. When you wear makeup, that's beta. But let's continue on here. Beta alpha males, explain it again, are whoremongers. The 25% with 80% of women gravitate towards. These 25% are the beta alpha cuck fucks. They love use vaginas and they'll take advantage of you. While the beta males are most likely nerds or geeks or guys that you particularly avoid because they're average looking, okay? And their job, okay, is not enough. But let's get on with the topic. I've been talking for 2 minutes. All right, so this video is going to be about what is a beta and a beta alpha criteria traits that makes them weak. I'm going to list a whole list of things here because it makes more sense if I write it down, because I see a lot of guys with problems and I can't give them no education because they don't want to pay. All right. Because they want to turn gay because of a lack of a lay and be a rapper and some shit, you know what I'm saying? But let's get on with the topic for today. The first thing is that to watch out for you women. This is advice for you women. As I said before, I am not taking Kevin Samuels' place. If you want to join my Patreon to talk to me personally, directly, that's fine. I am a warlock, so that's a very dangerous thing. I do not worship the devil because I hear angels and demons at the same time. I hope that scared you off so you won't listen. Right? Don't mess with me. All right, let's get on with it. I'm just helping you guys out, helping you women out. Now, I know a lot of beta males will look at me like, oh, he's delusional. He's schizo, but they don't understand the terminology. They don't ask questions. They don't ask questions, dog. They just jump with their emotions. When you're in your emotions, you're beta. All of you. All right, let's continue. Most things in a male that you have to look out for, that he's weak. Red flags, straight up off the top. Most males are into the gang stuff, okay? They're thugs, or they're pushers, or they're criminal activities, okay? They have tattoos. You got to watch out. This guy's, I'm talking about from my experiences now here. We're not talking about your particular type of experiences. I've been raised by pimps and hustlers, and they told me what to watch out for, so I'm just giving you the lowdown of what a weak male is, okay? Now, weak males are all those guys who haven't had an alpha father. That's the first thing. Most guys and people in general don't know what an alpha is, okay? Because they're smart. They're not stupid, okay? All right, they use drugs, alcohol, smoke cigarettes, weed, marijuana. Any of these things is form of a weak male. They use and they believe in monogamous relationships. Any male that doesn't come off straight to you is a weak male, particularly when it comes down to monogamous relationships. I know you women may disagree with this, but a woman's true nature is not to be selfish. But that's another video for another day. I can make a whole list of things. I already made too many videos now. Okay? But any man that doesn't care, okay, about are you into polygyny or your virginity is a weak male. They're mostly catering towards your beauty. They're not going to tell you what you They don't want to tell you what you want to hear because of your beauty. But you got to be more cerebral than that. Let's continue. They don't like research. Okay, so if you have a conversation with them, even though more males have more knowledge than women overall when it comes to conversation intellectually, and they got more hobbies, they don't like to. Sometimes I talk to males and I say, did you do your research on that, my buddy? They didn't do no research. They're going on their feelings. Okay, fuck your feelings. Okay, fuck your feelings. You heard about that, right? All right. They were raised by single mothers. As I said before, they haven't been having out for fathers, so the mother's going to gravitate towards their genetic structure and teach their son to be like a woman. They don't know any better. Let's continue on here. They're out of shape. Obviously, duh. You got to have high standards, right? You don't want a fat fuck. And I keep telling people all the time, fall for your type. If you look in the mirror without your makeup, okay, give yourself a number and fall for those type of guys who look like you, right? Because I'm a 7 out of 10. I don't care what anybody. I'm not out of shape. I'm 47. And I'll be on a basketball court with 19 years olds. And they can't play for shit out here. And I live in fucking Pennsylvania. This is crazy, man. But let's continue on. They seek validation. Anytime a person seeks validation and they seem to be seeking, they're weak. That's a weak male. Why is he so focused on external things? His boys. He's hanging with his boys. That's a false sense of validation. He needs to feel good about himself, right? That's a weakness. All right, let's continue on out here. They don't like children. My friend that I know of over 25 years, he said he doesn't like children. That makes him weak. That means his lineage will not be expanded. Either he's going to be a whore about it, or he's going to be like grumpy and not get an education on how to raise children. Doesn't like children is a bad fucking sign. Definitely trust me on that. Okay. Haters of their own brother's success. So any strange man that they see, they hate on that nigga. Oh, I hate that nigga because why you hate him? You don't ask that questions. And there's another thing. If a man don't ask questions, he's weak too as well. There's a lot of things that make men weak. And I talk to guys all the time, and women, and transvestites, all in between, babies. I'm trying to tell you the facts as an anecdotal therapist. Let's continue on now here. They are millennials. Most people who are born after 1982 are millennials. They're going to be in their emotions. They're not going to accept old school generational X type logic. They're not going to go through the common sense factor. They're not. All right, let's go. We continue on. If you're born after 1982, okay, you most likely are kind of weak because you're going to be using your emotions rather than research, right? That's most people. I encounter beta males all the time attacking me, saying I'm a pedophile because I like virginity and shit, virgin booties and shit and polygyny. No. Guys like to attack other brothers, all right? And they're definitely in their emotions. Bullies, you already know that's common sense. They've been raised by a single mother because the mother ain't disciplining their ass. And if the child is huge and humongous, he's going to pick on everybody who's smaller than him. He's a pussy. Because I handle bullies. I seek them out. I try to find them. Okay, I be trying to piss people off on purpose to try to find them. But you know how pussies are. They try to get somebody else to do the job for them and shit. But let's continue on now. This is going to go over 10 minutes here. You're into religion. Yes. Well, I'm sorry. Religion is a tool. You must understand the purpose of religion. It means to bind. When a man is religious, he's doing that just to get some panties and shit because you're religious, okay, or you believe in God, which is all hypocritical because you're not going to follow the code of the Bible or the Quran. Most women don't follow it. I married my virgin wife who was a Christian, and she said she was Christian, and I even gave her scriptures, but she didn't understand how the Holy Spirit worked. She didn't understand how the Bible, and most women who are Muslim or any religion, they don't read that shit. They don't understand half the time what they're fucking reading. It's a patriarch, goddammit. It's a patriarch. It helps men to cool their animalistic natures so they won't do things immoral. All right? But that's another subject on the origins of religion here. Let's continue out here. They aren't interested in seeing your fucking parents. I'm like, a lot of times in the 10, I'll be talking to guys that said, did you see the parents of the bitch again? And I'm like, look at the parents and you'll understand where the gene come from. Yeah, since y'all don't know what eugenetics is, that's the study of genetics, please, it's not pseudoscience. Start looking at the parents for once in a while. I'm like, yo, where's the parents? Where's the father at? Who is she hanging with? Who was she raised by? All her criteria will be learned from the parents that she's dealing with. Let's continue on. I got this whole page to talk about now here. This has been almost 10 minutes. All right? So I'm going to stop it right here because if you want to see the rest of this, go on my YouTube, okay? Peace. But, of course, let's continue on for the YouTube. It's going to be like 10 minutes to 20 minutes on YouTube. Right? So let's continue on now here. Weak beta males can't control their sexual urges. You can't do it. They're looking at your booty too much. They're trying to smell the pussy. They're trying to smell the panties. It's too much. It's too much for them. They can't. If you tell them what to do, they'll do it until they get that ass. Okay? They don't want the cash. They want the ass instead, right? And that's the fucked up thing, because alphas usually think of the cash first. Fuck your emotions. Fuck your fucking illogical ways of going about things, because he already have things in plan. Okay? That's another thing too. They're too emotional. Social justice was too emotional. They don't use that much logic. They see something what a woman says or some effeminate says, and they become effeminate, and they just start doing things illogical because they're emotional. They're emotional EDBs, emotional douchebags. They're not interested in your virginity or past sexual experiences. So let's say I come across you and say, I'm gonna make you smile. I'm gonna make you smile, but I'm gonna say this one question. I'm like, and then I know where to put you at. Okay, are you a virgin? After you smiling, giggling, because I make women smile every time. Everybody who comes around me, children, men, and women, they smile when they come around me because I'm a holy man. I don't have sins in my past. I'm not like other guys. So when they smiling, I ask them particular questions. I have a particular set of skills. Let's continue on now here. No alpha deals with any female who is not a virgin. And I'm going to get that clear to you beta male who's probably listening to me. I've never heard of it. Because the pimps told me, no, it's simp. The word simp means suckers investing in mediocre pussy, right? So they actually use women. Okay? They're the womanizer. Go talk to them. You think I'm lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. They told me. Simp means suckers investing in mediocre pussy. That's used pussy, motherfucker. You're supposed to be getting paid for women who are basically used pussy. Used pussy, you get paid. But virgins, you're supposed to procreate with them. All right? Let's continue on out here. They are too social. If you're a woman and the guy's going outside more often and got a boys' night and he's looking for validation. That's a weak motherfucker there. Don't even trust him, because if he's hanging out with his boys, just and vice versa the same way, you girls hanging with your girls, ain't nothing good gonna come from it, because socializing is a bad construct. You're supposed to be self-educated. You're supposed to be getting researched on all things that you do. Socializing gets you in fucking trouble. But there's a deep down inside, you want to feel lonely. You feel lonely. You need that. Okay? All right, let's continue on out here. They focus more on your beauty, like I said this early, is rather than important being up front. Since they take you to dinner, because men usually initiate the things that they're supposed to do with women, but women don't know how to respond. When they take you out, they're thinking about sex. They want to get something to eat, and they might take you out once or twice, but they're actually weak, because I'll take you to a cup of coffee, and you'll be looking at me like, expecting like a mass dinner. I said, fuck you, I cook. You get the best dinners at home, baby. You're going to serve me. That's how a real man, he talks up front. Okay? Like I said before, a lot of guys don't always like to look at the parents. I want to meet your daddy, okay, right? Okay, what guys want to meet your daddy? Okay. But let's continue on out here. They're not upfront about family creation, and that's a problem, because a lot of beta alpha cucks, with a lot of guys, with a lot of women tend to gravitate towards, because their beauty, their materialism, is going to fuck themselves in the overall end. That guy ain't staying around too long. Okay, he's not focused on like fucking family creation. He's not trying to plan shit for you. You fucking yourself because he's attractive and he got a lot of money. Fuck that. Fuck that. I remember this girl telling me, my girl Tree, okay, used to tell me, you would be a whore if I was a female. I said, no, hell no, because there's so many diseases and shit that going, I would research that shit and be too scared to be fucking. Shit, I'd rather play with my pussy on the outside rather than doing anything. Fuck that. Don't dig in your pussy. Your pussy can be wore out, okay, and that's how you can get mileage. But last few things here, they're not very intelligent. So I'm just helping you guys out. Most of the time when you talk to a beta cuck or a beta alpha cucks are very narcissists. They think about their own beauty, look at themselves in the mirror and shit. They say, hey, you come into my car, They may get a little stifled. They may be stifling and trifling. But trust me on that, you know why you got in that car. Okay, the motherfuckers are not intelligent. They don't have great conversations. They are not interested in illuminating or the Anunnaki or other space like Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's a star child and shit. They're not interested in conversation like that. They're not very intelligent. They're terrible at conversations. Terrible. Terrible. I will never allow my daughters to talk to an uneducated fool buffoonery. Okay? He's talking, I gotta have at least an hour to talk about something to keep my interest, bitch. Motherfucking guys I talk to, I'm like, hey, you know, what the fuck you like to talk about? No, I'm not, man. That's the nigga for you. That's the wigger nigga. A wigger is a black nigga. Alright? Let's continue on with the last one. They have no laid out plans. And that's pretty much all I want to say. So the first 10 minutes of this video is going for TikTok, because TikTok extended their, version of videos for their TikToks. And I'm just trying to help you women out here. Now, I tell you, I repeat, I am cheaper than Kevin Samuels and more noble and more reflective and more focused. I do not do what Kevin Samuels. I do not teach. He wasn't a therapist. But I wish people stop saying that they're not therapists if they've been talking to hundreds and thousands of women at a time, because I'm a therapist, okay? So I'm going to say that. You don't need to go to school to be a hacker. You don't need to go to school to be a psychologist. You don't need it. You don't necessarily need to be institutionalized in order to have a degree learned, like Dr. Sebi, okay? Or Jack LaLanne. Y'all don't know none of them motherfuckers, okay? But you have to know, because you ain't going to be no hoe. But that's all I really got to say, guys, and women and dudettes. There's a lot of beta males who hate me. I don't care about that, because I travel and I got videos and I'm on PORNHUB and shit. And I'm not a whore and I'm a fetish gigolo. They don't like that shit. They don't like me being up front. I'm the realest motherfucker. I use magic. I don't do this talk shit. I'm like, dude, you want to see my magic work? I don't want to play that game with you. I'm like the Moon Knight in fucking Marvel Universe. I do not fuck around with dweebs. Okay, or nerds, or people who are hicklers and spicklers in the back, and they hecklers and shit. I don't do that. I don't do busters. I live in complete isolation from the rest of the world. The world revolves around me, and I'm not a narcissist. But that's all I really got to say. So you women got to start stepping up your game. And if you have lost your virginity, and you are basically not into polygyny, which is the right way to go, you got to come to me so you can get the real information on how to find a real high value man, but not the one Kevin Samuels is talking about. Rest in peace. And a lot of you guys, if any of you guys trying to copy off my style, don't do that. You'll get cursed. Okay, I didn't put a spell on Kevin Samuels. I didn't like the fact that he didn't recognize me in all his videos. Most of his knowledge comes right from me. He actually complimented me on one of my videos. When people take my content, they'll try to hate me first. They always start off with some hate, or try to embarrass me, or try to do something behind my back. This is why I don't do second parties or third parties. I go directly to your bank account, and then I talk to people, guys, and women and gals, and all you in between. I talk to people. Do you understand me? I travel. I got videos. Check my past credentials. Check my description box. Check my history in my videos. But nobody looks at it because the way I look or the way I sound is too direct. It's too upfront. They don't like that shit. You saw my daughters in my videos. Do you think I'm afraid of magic? Okay, when I'm a really holy man with no sins? Come on. Come on, peoples. Wake the fuck up. You know what Stupid 19 does to your body if you did the research, right? Okay. Other than that, that's all I really got to say. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. And guess what I'm going to say after this? I'm not your average man. I'm not your beat up man. And please stop thinking that everything is good and everything bad. Not all empaths are good, baby. And what I mean by not all empaths are good is because some of them are crazy psychopaths. Okay? And they're doing it for the defense of themselves. So I see how Johnny Depp went through some shit, and Bill Cosby went through some shit, and some other guys in the past. I see how Will Smith was brainwashed and he became a bully. But they don't have no control because they're betas. They got caught up. They didn't know. But maybe they will change because they know better. Real alphas get paid from the wives that they intrude and intermingle with. You come into my life, you're going to work. You're going to work for my love because I'm high quality. I don't play that shit. Too many women I talk to internationally, and they are low qualifications, have low qualifications, but they can't give me small things. That's bullshit. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I don't talk to Western women. You got too many low quality standards you're looking for in a man. But, of course, to each his own. I do got a Patreon. Check it out below. I love you all, but I hate the many of you. I love the animals more than humans, but I don't fuck the animals, dog. Don't do that. There's a sense of morality that's missing from a lot of people's mindsets. All right? I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Check out my credentials. And peace.